The Superman Legacy trailer is a complete dumpster fire. Alright, DC faithful, let's cut the cape and get to the point. Is James Gunn actually reinventing Superman, or is he just slapping a fresh coat of paint on a very familiar jalopy? Superman Legacy, our first glimpse? Superman looking like he got mugged in an alley. Edgy? Perhaps. Though it does feel suspiciously like they're trying too hard. The DCU reboot has arrived, and it's already making some interesting choices. Bold new direction? Debatable. We'll see if it sticks the landing or face plants like certain caped crusaders in dark alleys. And apparently, Superman's bringing all his super friends to this one. Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific, Green Lantern. Was there a 2-for-1 deal on casting calls? I was under the impression this was a Superman film, not a Justice League recruitment drive. Hopefully the Man of Steel doesn't get lost in his own movie. Early days for this reboot, and it's already feeling a tad overstuffed. Supergirl is presumably somewhere in this mess too, probably taking notes on how not to make an entrance. As for the visuals, well, they're certainly visuals. One moment it's all polished chrome, the next it's reminiscent of a video game cutscene from a bygone era. And that crypto home scene, let's just say it didn't quite land the emotional punch they were likely aiming for. A little too much Uncanny Valley, not quite enough heartfelt connection. Perhaps they should have consulted with the team behind Rocket Raccoon. Just a thought. Of course, some corners of the internet are ablaze with unrestrained joy. A new era, they proclaim, so much heart, they insist. And of course, there's the crypto contingent. Gunn's vision is being hailed as fresh and vibrant. Though one could argue it's simply a new flavor of a well-worn formula. It's like they took the Snyderverse, added a dash of CW, and sprinkled in a dog for good measure. A recipe for success? The jury's still out. So we have a Superman who appears to have had a rough day, a Green Lantern sporting a hairstyle that hasn't been in vogue for decades, and costumes that raise a few eyebrows. Is this a fundamental misunderstanding of these iconic characters, or a calculated risk? Is Gunn pushing creative boundaries, or just testing our patience? And what's with the obsession with showing Superman at his weakest? Are we trying to make him relatable, or just depressing? And the echoes of Man of Steel are rather pronounced, aren't they? Is this a genuine reboot or more of a spiritual successor with a few cosmetic changes? Are we witnessing an evolution of Superman, or simply another attempt to recapture past glories with a slightly different filter applied? It's like they're trying to make us forget the past while simultaneously reminding us of it. A curious strategy to say the least. The stage is set, the hype machine is churning, but beneath the surface, a few questions linger. Is this the Superman we've been waiting for, or just a different version of the same old story? James Gunn holds the reins of the DCU, and his next move is either a stroke of genius or a spectacular miscalculation.